welcome to a process video which is a Project Life one, and it's a catch-up of my 2014 album, which was my album for my son's first year. I'm pretty sure, without having a look, this was like week 12 or something round about then. It was the week before Mother's Day, I think, because I had on the left hand side some photos professionally taken for Mother's Day to give to both of Elijah's grandmothers. So that's what those photos were, and I've pulled some cards from a few different kits, I think. Some Dear Lizzie and some Maggie Holmes in particular, and I think there's even some Amy Tangerine +1 in there. So I'm just going around the edges with my black Sharpie like usual. I probably should start doing this before I film because, I mean, it's pretty boring and you don't really need to see me going around the edges of my photos. So I'm just picking a few things. I've just stapled on a vellum gold foil phrase from the Maggie Holmes open book collection, and a silhouette die cut that I cut out with my Cameo using some of the American Crafts POW glitter paper. And using some of the word stickers from Studio Calico. It's really trying to tie in. I was trying to tie in some of the red because my son is wearing a Elmo bodysuit, and it was the only colour photograph that had like a bold colour in it, so it felt really weird putting that like at the top, but maybe I should have done that in black and white, but it felt wrong putting Elmo in black and white, so I left it red, but it all worked okay in the end, so that's alright. For my title card, I'm using the Amy Tan +1 Cal Barteski thickers. These are like a foam brush script, and they worked really well on this card, which I think is from the Dear Lizzie Daydreamer collection. Yeah, so this was week 12, I was right in saying that. Obviously this album that I'm catching up on wasn't like done from January the 1st, it was done from February the 6th, which was the day my son was born, so it sort of does a 52 weeks from then onwards, just to document things from when he was born, and it really shows him growing. I mean, by the end of it, I didn't get every week like perfect weeks, some of them were combined, but that's alright. I'm using one of the DIY shop chalkboard flares with my Uniball Signo pen, which I can write directly onto the flare, which I thought was cute. And I've just picked out a few things, so some die cuts from the Lucky Charm value kit, I believe, and some die cuts from Amy Tangerine Stitched. Just all sorts of things. I'm also adding the date of the weeks with a Heidi Swap date stamp. And I used this Pebbles, like it's sort of like a date stamp, but it's an alphabet, and you can write things. I use that, and I got it in a Studio Calico kit ages back and haven't really used it, so I was glad to get that out and give it a whirl. Punched some little hearts out of a gold star vellum and stapled those onto that card with a picture of me and my son, and now I'm adding some gold sequin trim, which was from a scrappery kit, sorry, and I'm adding a crepe paper sticker on top of that. I'm sort of using little bits and pieces I had sitting on my desk from the January scrappery kits and just some Project Life bits and pieces. I tend to do that when I create, like if I've got things out on my desk that I haven't put away yet, I'm more likely to use them on a page. And I'm really sorry if you can hear lots of background noise in my house at the moment. I've got people staying over and they are not very quiet, and my son is walking up and down the hallway talking to himself. I'm just adding some more of those vellum stickers, but they're only, the thing I have to say about the vellum stickers, I know Freckled Fawn have made quite a few, is that they really only look good if you place them on a light background, otherwise you cannot read, they sort of become ineligible, like you can't read them. Like if you put them on a dark black and white photo, they sort of just blend in, so they really only look good on white cardstock or a lighter coloured photo. Now I'm using some of these Studio Calico Essential stickers. These are the wood grain ones, and they're great for adding little titles to Project Life pages. And I like to kind of spread them out and put them on a few cards strategically around the layout so it all balances somewhat. Make sure I sort of have similar elements tied in on both sides of the spread, just so you know that the two spreads go, or the two pages go together as one spread. So now I'm working on this gorgeous card of my son, sort of like a black and white photo, and she placed a crocheted bow tie on top of him. He was only obviously 12 weeks at the time, and it's just so cute. He's such a poser. You can tell he's a scrapbooker's son. Most of the photos from this week were black and white, and I mean, I don't know if that was intentional or not, but I mean, I was obviously going through a black and white phase this week. It sort of makes it easier though to coordinate a spread when the photos are black and white in a sense, because you don't have so many colours to contend with, although I do like to keep colour photos because in a sense it documents part of the memories sometimes, which is why I kept the photo of my son wearing the Elmo outfit red, or kept it in colour, sorry. Adding some of the DIY shop chalkboard labels, they are great for adding little bits of journaling, and some of the cute My Mind's Eye wood dots that I hoarded and bought so many packets of. Now this little card on the title card had like clouds on it, so what I did was journaled in the clouds because I thought that was a good way to do something a little bit different and quirky. I thought it looked a bit weird when I was done though, so I ended up outlining the clouds. And that's sort of like I did a lot of journaling on this page really. I had some typed on typewriter and some handwritten, but there's my spread and I hope you enjoyed it. Thanks for watching, bye!